Hey everyone, Steve Pollard here from Oasis Financial Planning. Just some tips for teenagers, things you should know before you leave school, which you aren't probably taught at school. And parents, you should make sure your kids know this as well. And if you don't know it, well then great, it's an education for you too. Little things like, obviously if you're going to get a job, part-time job, whether you're at school or when you leave school you get a job, understand that you will potentially pay tax on your income. So if you're told you earn 20 bucks an hour, then you're probably going to have to pay some tax, so you won't get all of that. Okay, now you'll be able to see that in your pay slip. Another one is, once you get paid or start getting paid, don't just have one bank account. Make sure, I like to say 2 to 3 bank accounts. And what you need to do is work out what your living costs are. So if you're living at home with mum and dad, then that's cool, you don't have many, but you might have a phone that you have to pay for, or a gym membership, or you like to go out a certain number of times and spend a certain amount of money. So do a budget, work out what you think each week or fortnight or month you need to spend. Now have a bank account for spending, and out of your pay, put that money into that bank account. Then have a second bank account called savings. And what you should be doing is taking at least 10% of what you earn and throwing that into savings. I'd be saying 20 to 30% for most teenagers of the money they earn, they should be throwing it into a savings account. Okay, and then if you really want to, have a third account, and I call that giving. So it's really good to take 10% or 15% of your earnings and put it into a giving account. Now, when I say giving, that could be if a mate's in trouble and you want to help them out, you've got a bit of money, or you see a charity that you want to give money to. It actually teaches a great principle about appreciating our money and helping others. So 3 accounts, a spending account, savings account, and a giving account. The other thing that I'd say is don't get caught up in credit cards, car loans, personal loans. Please, for the first few years of you earning money, and that's while you're at school and when you leave school and you're on a full-time wage, don't get a credit card, don't get a personal loan, and don't get a car loan. If you need a car, save up a few grand and buy one, or borrow some money off mum and dad and buy one. Just stay away from debt. You don't want to be going into debt because they cost you so much money. If you take a credit card out and you put $3,000 on, you're going to end up paying a lot more over a few years. You might even pay 6 grand to pay the 3 grand off over a few years. So, simple stuff about managing money. It doesn't have to be complicated. Set up savings accounts, spending accounts, and don't go into debt. All right, all the best.